Hello. In this video, I want to talk about happiness. We all want to be happy, right? What is the formula to happiness? One way of looking at happiness is this formula. H equals S plus C plus V. But what does that mean? H stands for happiness. So what is the formula for happiness? S stands for your cellular set point. You might be surprised to know that in this equation, 50% of your happiness is based on your cellular set point. Usually, it's fixed. There are ways to change it through coaching, through mind power, but mainly it is fixed. So 50%. What about C? C is your living conditions, or the conditions of your living. What is the percentage, do you think? 10%. 10% of your happiness depends on your conditions of living. So we have 50%, 10. What about the remaining 40%? V, voluntary choices and actions. This is where your power lives. You decide by making choices, by making conscious decisions, how happy you feel, because it's a feeling, it's a perception. Happiness is something relative. So you have 50% power over your happiness. What do you decide to do with that 40%? Well, the 50% of your cellular set point, as I said, we usually have a set point for happiness. You see that some people generally are happier than the others, and the very common saying is they have inherited the happiness genes, and that's actually scientifically true. 10%, your conditions of living, where you live, who you live with, which country, city, your salary, 10%. 40% is the voluntary choices and actions. Whether you do exercise or not, whether you choose to smoke or not, who you decide to allow into your social circle of influence, what kind of books you choose to read, what kind of thoughts you allow into your mind, what kind of habits you cultivate. 40% voluntary action. That's where your power lives. This is the formula to happiness. My question for you is, what will you do with this knowledge? Knowledge is potential power for change. But until you do action, nothing happens. Knowledge without action, it's nothing. You feel smart, you feel intelligent, but you don't see any outcomes or results. What will you do for your happiness? Take care and keep shining.